Hey guys, it is February 26th, about 3 o'clock. So in regards to my video I made last night, or I guess early this morning, um, I decided to try going to Unity Church this weekend. So I got myself all psyched up, and I was like, yeah, new church, try something different, see how it goes. So I get up this morning, and I get dressed, and I go, and I pull into the parking lot, and it's empty, and it's like 10:25, and the service is at 10:30, and I'm like, where is everyone? And I look across the way at St. Albert's, which is the Catholic church, and no one's there, and I'm like, where is everyone? And so I was kind of pissed off and a little upset, and I start driving away, and so I'm thinking about, okay, what else do I have to do that day? And then I realized it was Saturday. I was just like, I'm an idiot. So I ended up calling my friend. It was her birthday this past week, so I called her and I was like, hey, let me take you out to breakfast. So we went out to a delicious breakfast and bought her breakfast. And then we ended up going to Old Navy for a little bit. She needed some clothes, and I'm an Old Navy-aholic, so I was totally okay with that. And so we went shopping for a bit, and then driving back, we were just kind of chatting away, and I haven't really known her too long. We met the beginning of last semester. We're in the same major, and we have a bunch of classes together, but I don't know. We just get along really well, and we have fun together. So we've become pretty close and pretty good friends. So we're driving back, and I ended up coming out to her and just being like, hey, you know what? Transgender and yada yada yada. Because I've just been I've been feeling bad because we spend so much time together at school, and apparently a lot of our classmates are thinking that we're a lesbian couple, which, okay, but I just feel bad for her that she's having to deal with that, because people don't say that to me, but they'll mention something to her, and I just feel bad that she's having to, I don't know, fight or defend me or something like that. So I just felt kind of guilty about that. So I ended up telling her what was going on, and so she's like, okay, yeah, that's fine. And so it was nice. It's just she's only the second friend I've come out to. So it'll be nice being able to talk to her. She's a very open, very candid person. So it should be good. And I dropped her off, and then I came home, and then a little while later she texted me, and she pretty much said, you're a wonderful person, I appreciate you, respect you, and you're a great friend. And so that meant a lot to me. So I have another friend on my side. How we deal with everyone else who doesn't know, I don't know, maybe it'll be our inside joke. That'd be cool. So other good things, over the weekend I went to San Diego for like a family reunion, which I'll probably get to later, because that was both good and bad. But Sunday night I ended up talking with my sister, and I told her what was going on. She was giving me a lot of hell over the weekend for dressing like a boy again, and I just kind of rolled with it. But then Sunday night we ended up talking till about 3 in the morning. But I told her that, I'm trans, and she actually, we're talking away, and when I'm not ready to share something with someone, but I do want to talk to them, I will constantly ask them about what's going on in their life, because I feel selfish with what's going on. And so, and my sister has no problem talking about her life. None at all. So she talked for about an hour and a half. And then she's like, okay, then I'm going to go to bed. And I'm like, no. And so she's like, okay. And I was like, I did want to talk to you a little bit. And she first said, I basically said, as you can probably tell, and you can because you've said stuff, I've gone back to dressing a bit more masculine. And then right off the bat, she's like, okay, are you gay? Just flat out, are you gay? And I was like, no, I'm not. But it's a bit more complicated than that. And she's like, are you going to do a gender transformation? And I was like, bingo. And she's like, okay, that's fine. And I gave her the letter that I wrote to our parents, just so, because, it explains stuff kind of a little bit. And she's like, I don't really I'll read it. I don't really need to, because it doesn't really matter. I love you. You're you. So it doesn't matter. So it was really good. And she's like, oh, and by the way, I'm going to have to be able to joke about this and that kind of stuff to help me process. So she's already started calling me brother, and which is kind of funny because whenever I'd call her, I'd be like, sister, and she'd be like, sister, but now she'll say brother for the most part. And I think of all people, she might be my biggest support, because she was even talking about, you know, okay, so how are we going to deal with this? How are we going to do this? And she just moved down to Las Vegas for a job, and she's like, well, I've already told all my co-workers and everything that I have a sister, but I can just say I have a brother. And they can be like, wait, I thought you had a sister, and be like, no, I have a brother. And that kind of stuff, you know, how we're going to deal with it. But that was really good. So I was excited that I now have my sister on my side. So my immediate family, everyone knows. And that's awesome. Other thing, on Wednesday, I had my first doctor's appointment, where it was basically just a consultation, but I went to my same primary. I was like, I don't feel like I have to switch doctors. So I went and I made an appointment. I actually haven't seen her in probably 2 years because I've been super healthy, which is weird for me. But I went in and I'm talking with her, and she's been my primary since I was about 15, so she knows me. And so she's like, so what's up? You're not sick? And I'm like, no, I'm not, but I wanted to consult with you because I'd like to start hormone replacement therapy. And she's like, what? And I was like, I'm transgender. And she's like, oh, yeah, that's not surprising. Everyone keeps saying that, and I guess that's good, but I'm like, why do I stress? But anyways, so she said, yeah, okay, we can do that. And she's going to have to research and consult with another doctor. She's actually just a practicing nurse, so she has to work under the supervision of a physician. And I actually haven't met this doctor. It used to be her father, but then he passed away, so I don't know. She moved into a different office. But so she has to consult and then figure out dosages based on my height, and we have to do preliminary blood work. But she's like, okay, this is good, so I'll figure out a timeline. Unfortunately, she left for maternity leave yesterday, and she's out till the beginning of May. I was like, great. But she said that doesn't mean that we can't continue moving forward, because I can see the actual doctor, which is okay with me. And they can do most everything out of their office, which is pretty cool, aside from having to do the blood work. So that's nice. So I can pretty much get, consolidated care out of their office, and I don't have to go to all these different places and have to deal with different doctors and whatnot. So sorry, this video is a little long, and I'll probably be making another one because there's a lot of stuff that's been going on that I just have to document more for myself than anything else. But yeah, back to the whole tea thing. I am trying to decide on a timeline as far as how I want to do this, because I don't want to move too far forward medically without more people knowing. So I'm deciding whether or not to write a group letter, something like that. But I had originally thought maybe the end of April, May, but now I think I might try for a little bit earlier. So we'll see. But just figuring that all out. It's really scary for me, because I can't hide. I'm too involved with too many things that it's like I can't just escape and hide and change and come back. Doesn't work that way, and I don't want it to. So what are you gonna do? But I'm scared, but I'm super excited, and I really just can't wait to get things moving forward. So yeah, so that was the good stuff that happened. And now I think I'm gonna have a snack and then make another video, because there's not bad stuff that's been happening, but just other stuff that's been weighing on me. So I will eat a snack and come back.